Welcome back to Outside Views. Today we're diving deep into an intriguing new chapter in Britain's post-Brexit relationship with Europe. Young Britons to be given chance to live and work in Europe under Starmer's plan for post-Brexit reset. The year's 2025 and nearly a decade after the referendum that reshaped Britain's future, Prime Minister Keir Starmer appears poised to significantly alter the UK's relationship with the EU. Under the latest proposals, tens of thousands of young British citizens aged between 18 and 30 could soon gain the opportunity to live, study and work across the EU for up to 3 years. In return, the UK would offer similar opportunities to European youth. This arrangement, resembling the existing Australian-style youth mobility schemes Britain currently has with several nations, including Australia, New Zealand, South Korea and Taiwan, could represent a pivotal shift in post-Brexit dynamics. The scheme would introduce a practical mechanism for cultural exchange and economic mobility, seemingly addressing some of the damage caused by Brexit. Yet, despite the apparent benefits, this proposal has already sparked significant debate, reflecting deep political divisions that Brexit continues to exacerbate. Proponents of the scheme view it as essential for both economic recovery and restoring Britain's damaged international reputation. James McCleary, the Liberal Democrats' Europe spokesman, praised the youth mobility proposal as a victory for common sense, seeing it as a crucial first step toward healing the strained UK-EU relationship. According to McCleary, easing restrictions for young people would reduce Brexit red tape and stimulate economic growth. Similarly, Dr. Mike Galsworthy, chairman of the European Movement UK, enthusiastically endorsed the initiative, arguing that Britain urgently needs to escape the economic stagnation of Brexit. Galsworthy highlighted how liberating younger generations and empowering small businesses could significantly brighten Britain's economic prospects. Naomi Smith, chief executive of the Best for Britain campaign group, also lauded the initiatives as very welcome and common sense, noting that it would significantly benefit businesses struggling with persistent labour shortages. However, enthusiasm isn't universal. Within British political circles, the scheme has reignited the polarising Brexit debate. Many Conservative voices view Starmer's youth mobility plan as a betrayal of the core Brexit promise to end freedom of movement. Dame Priti Patel, Shadow Foreign Secretary, argued passionately that Labour's policy signals a regression, returning Britain to a position of rule-taker status within Europe. She warned that the youth mobility scheme risks reopening doors to broader EU immigration policies, potentially undermining Brexit's core objectives. Indeed, fears about immigration and sovereignty are at the heart of this debate. To assuage such fears, the proposed scheme includes clear limitations. The number of participants would reportedly be capped, potentially at around 70,000 individuals per year, reducing concerns about mass immigration. Furthermore, those participating would pay a mandatory NHS surcharge and would not be eligible for state benefits, addressing concerns that they might burden public resources. Yet, despite these pragmatic safeguards, resistance persists. Downing Street has previously resisted similar initiatives, wary of political backlash from Brexit supporters who might see any form of youth mobility as undermining Brexit itself. But external pressure on the government continues to mount. European Union leaders have consistently demanded some form of youth mobility arrangement as part of broader post-Brexit negotiations. For Brussels, providing younger generations with opportunities to move and work across borders remains a cornerstone for any meaningful reset with Britain. Moreover, internal Labour Party pressures add complexity to Starmer's position. The Labour Movement for Europe, a pro-EU faction within Labour, has vigorously campaigned for exactly this kind of agreement. London Mayor Sadiq Khan also recently expressed enthusiastic support, openly advocating for the introduction of a youth mobility scheme as critical for London's economic and cultural vitality. These internal dynamics suggest that Starmer's Labour government sees significant political, economic and social advantages in pursuing this course, even amidst potential controversy. Economically, supporters argue this scheme could boost Britain's post-Brexit economy, enabling young British entrepreneurs and professionals to gain valuable international experience, also knowledge and networks. Such exposure could significantly enhance Britain's long-term economic prospects, driving innovation and cultural enrichment upon participants' return. Conversely, British industries currently suffering from severe labour shortages, notably hospitality, agriculture and healthcare, could directly benefit from the reciprocal arrangement. Young Europeans bringing valuable skills could temporarily alleviate acute labour pressures across these sectors. But despite clear economic incentives, broader political considerations remain contentious. And Prime Minister Starmer faces a delicate diplomatic balancing act. He seeks improved relations with Europe while simultaneously needing to reassure a domestic electorate still deeply divided by Brexit. His government insists that despite openness to youth mobility, there will be no broader return to freedom of movement, nor any re-entry into the customs union or single market. Critics, however, remain skeptical, warning that any concession might embolden Brussels to push for further compromises, potentially reigniting domestic Brexit conflicts. Yet, despite the complexity, public opinion may lean favourably toward youth mobility schemes. Many young Britons, feeling particularly disadvantaged by Brexit's removal of their previously seamless access to Europe, warmly welcome this potential reversal. Moreover, British universities, businesses and cultural institutions strongly support re-establishing easier access to Europe's talent pool. From Europe's perspective, Britain offering youth mobility also represents an opportunity for constructive engagement, potentially paving the way for broader, mutually beneficial agreements. Yet, European negotiators still have reservations, including concerns about Britain's insistence on health surcharges and limitations on participant numbers. These practical points could yet become critical sticking points in negotiations. Ultimately, the proposed youth mobility scheme encapsulates Britain's complex, ongoing struggle to define its post-Brexit identity. Is Britain ready to move beyond isolationist rhetoric towards more pragmatic, mutually beneficial relationship with its European neighbours? English is difficult. Or will persistent fear about immigration and sovereignty continue to limit Britain's capacity for compromise and collaboration? The stakes for Britain, economically, culturally and diplomatically, are immense. How these negotiations unfold could significantly reshape Britain's post-Brexit landscape, affecting generations to come. So in conclusion, Starmer's youth mobility proposal represents both opportunity and controversy, highlighting Brexit's enduring complexity. Whether Britain embraces this bold step forward or retreats into isolation remains to be seen. So thank you for watching Outside Views. Please like, subscribe and leave your comments. I'd love to hear your views on this pivotal issue. Until next time, stay informed and keep looking beyond the headlines, and the next video is right here in the end screen.